Oh, crystal clear skies this morning. About 22, maybe 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Good morning. Good morning, ladies. Fed the chickens. I had to thaw out their water. So the water's on the stove inside. It froze last night. It's been freezing every day. I think we got to a high yesterday of about 36. Today our high is supposed to be about 37. And I'm coming to grips right now with the fact that I probably will not be able to get all the sheeting on this roof before the storm comes in on Tuesday. So I think it's better to grasp that now in my mind than to wait until the last second. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to by any stretch of the imagination slow down or stop. My plan today is still the same as it was before. I want to finish the rafters on the top of the roof and then start the sheeting. But I'll pick up a tarp in town. I think with the rafters and the predicted amount of snow we're supposed to have, which ain't much, about 1 to 3 inches, I'll still be able to cover things in so that I can continue to work as soon as the storm's over. But very cool, very cool. Valiant effort made. I think, I get a lot of comments on my videos about I'm always happy, I'm always positive. I think that when I moved to Alaska, I came to grips with the fact that there are things in my life I can change. And there are things in my life that I have no control over whatsoever. And so in this project, when everything's going wrong, and I lost it in last week's video a little bit in the beginning, I pretty much stay focused because while everything tends to crumble around me, when it goes bad, it goes really bad. I'm doing something I've never done before, and I'm learning something every day. So that to me is something to smile about. Anyway, that's the plan for today. As soon as I get the chickens' water thawed out, Todd will be over here. We're gonna take a measurement in the center of the ridge beam, and I want to make sure that we're straight on both sides, that we're not waving as we're coming down. And I probably should have set the center rafters. I probably should have set the 2 end rafters in the center rafter first, and we're gonna make that happen today. And then we're gonna go back and we're gonna fill all the rest of the rafters in. It started going pretty darn good yesterday. Todd's bringing over his nail gun because he's got framing nails. Wanted to save me a trip into town this morning because I was gonna have to go in and get more framing nails for Ward's gun. But he's gonna bring his nail gun over with his framing nails, and we're gonna get busy on this today. Until then, though, I'm gonna go back inside and stay a little bit warm. Stay positive, folks. It really doesn't matter what you do. If you do your best and it doesn't work out, just keep plugging away. That's my motto all along. Say whatever you want, it's still the coolest thing in the world to build your own place.
So this is as far as we got today. It's a short day because I got to go to work tomorrow, so there's some things I have to get done before I can wrap everything up and be ready to go to work tomorrow morning. We got the center one put in, and then we started making our way across, and we had hoped to at least get halfway through, but again, the shortened day, if I could work till 7, it'd give me another 4 hours. We probably would have gotten another 2 or 3 courses of rafters in as far as that goes. So tomorrow when I get off of work, I'm headed back home right away. I do have a tarp already that I can use to cover this up with, but Todd said he might actually even come over and start cutting rafters tomorrow, and then we'll jump on it again for 3-4 hours and just keep plugging away on it every day. I didn't film as much today because we were really trying to make some headway, and it was frustrating because we would think that, okay, we got this lined up, we're ready to go, bring the next one up, but man, cutting bird's mouths and rafters and cutting rafters and hanging them and getting them all to be the same when you're done, there's a lot more to it than I thought. I think the story of this project probably from day one for me has been that however long I think it's going to take me to do something, I probably should double that time, because it actually takes me longer than that, with the exception of the loft. I was pretty sure I could knock that out in a weekend, but when you're doing, because I had done framing already, but when I'm doing something absolutely new, I need to make sure that I don't like lock myself into a number that's unrealistic that I can't get done. I'm really happy though, don't get me wrong. It's pretty awesome to see the beginnings of a roof on this thing, and I'm not stopping. I don't care what happens. I don't care if it snows. I'm getting this place closed in, and I'm getting that done with the goal of being in here before Christmas. Will I be in here before winter hits? Obviously not, because we're expecting the first snow to hit us next week, or Tuesday, which is what, 2 days away from now. But my goal now is to be in here before Christmas. And I think that that's a very reasonable, doable goal, seeing where I'm at on the roof here. The other thing is, so as we're laying a couple of sets of rafters, I'm going ahead and laying a board over it, laying a level over it, anything with a straight edge, so that I can make sure that we're staying in line, that, you know, I don't have an oddball rafter out of there, because sheeting comes next. And a neighbor, Susie, stopped off today, and she gets everything in the world. It's nuts. She has, if you need it, Susie's got it. And she's all, do you guys need anything? I go, no, we're good. I think we got everything we need. She comes back and she's got rafter jacks, and she's got a small block and tackle that I can use to pull up all the sheets of OSB when I start throwing the sheeting on here. So, awesome. Thank you, Susie. I don't know if you watch, but thank you anyway. The number of people who have offered to help and have helped, it just still blows my mind. Really, it's really a great feeling. Anyway, so I'm going to cut this video off here for right now, but we're going to be back again tomorrow. It'll be a whole new day. We lose a lot of time in the morning because everything's kind of frozen up, and it doesn't seem to really get thawed out until about 12:30 in the afternoon. Well, I get off work at noon, and I'll be home at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I mean, even now there is stuff that's still frozen. The ground's still frozen. I think we're past the point of mud appearing again. But by the time I get home tomorrow, we should be able to knock out some more. We should be able to fill the rest of this in, which would be, 1, 2 more rafters here, 3 on the other side, because we didn't finish this set off. And then if I can get 3 or 4 in over here, actually if I get 3 in over here first, I can throw a tarp over the cabin, so when that snow comes in on Tuesday, I won't have snow all over the inside of the cabin. And I can get it off the top and finish rafters. Just keep working that way. That's it for today, but more coming here in just a couple of minutes. Thank you guys for watching.
Got a little bit of snow. Wow. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Holy smokes. Oh. We got dumped on. That was a lot of snow. It's still supposed to snow for about half the day, so looking at about maybe 6 inches so far. It looks fine with the cabin. I didn't hear any crashes or kabooms last night. I have that tarp on there, so I'll take a look at that when I get home. Gotta get to work. And then I got laundry after work today. But the white canopy out in front of the trailer, I was trying to keep it shook off yesterday and last night. Yeah, four-wheel drive. There was no way it was going to make it. It had a couple of rips in it already. That thing's a couple of years old. So it has served its purpose. Wow. This is some serious snow. For the first storm of the year, we're going to get this much snow. I'm glad I moved the snowblower out though, because I'm going to need it today. I didn't think I was going to, but I am going to need a snowblower today. Crazy, I'll spin it around here and you can check out the Winter Wonderland. Winter's back. Looks like they ran a plow through here at one point last night too. Oh, goodness. Alright, gotta get to work. I'm gonna stop off and get coffee. I slept a little longer than usual this morning. When I get that layer of snow up on top of the trailer, all of a sudden the roof of the trailer becomes insulated, so it stays nice and warm inside. It was toasty warm. I slept good. Good, let's see if they plowed the main road yet. I find that highly doubtful. I'm going to be impressed if they did, because with a storm this big and this widespread, they usually clear the main roads first and ours stays till later. Yeah, looks like we didn't get plowed yet. Well, they might have made a pass. Just have to take it easy going into town. Winter conditions prevail. So Todd came over the other day on Monday, met me here. We stretched this tarp over the top. Got a good seal on the other side, not so much on this side. We ripped a couple of spots, mainly on this front corner here where you see the snow piled up on top. But very little snow inside the cabin at all. So I shoveled out what was in there yesterday, and it's been so cold that nothing's frozen. I can go in there with a broom and sweep it up right now. But I guess I'll have to pick up a bigger tarp until this is done, because we have snow in the forecast again for next Wednesday. I don't know how much yet. So what I did was I came home on Tuesday, tapped the roof a bit, let the snow shed off. When I got home on Wednesday, I went in there again, tapped the snow off, and got all of the snow shed off the top of the roof, and then shoveled out what snow was inside there. So no worse for wear inside. Actually, if anything, the cabin's a little bit warmer inside than it is outside. It's still not trailer warm yet, but it's a lot warmer. I'm really happy with how well the rafters actually did with the snow load on them. It was pretty awesome. Looking at the sonotubes going around the trailer, the ground is completely frozen now. I'm seeing no lifting whatsoever on the sides of the sonotubes at all, and it's still completely level inside the trailer. So, you know, again, very happy about that. So we'll get to work on that. I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon staging that table that I took from over there back underneath the loft in the back side, because it won't be in the way of anything there. I can't move scaffolding there anyway. And then I'm going to get everything else stacked up back there as well, and get that cleaned up. And I'm going to get this broken down and thrown in the back of the truck to go to the dumps tomorrow. And then I'll be able to start pulling my truck in here and park my truck here again. But yeah, pretty darn awesome. I'm very satisfied.
So I got Todd coming over about 11 o'clock. I let things kind of thaw out a little bit. I'm going to get everything cleaned up and shoveled off so that we can get to what we need to start on the rafters again. Two parts of the tarp that did in fact let snow in was right over in that front corner over there, and right along here. The tarp was a little bit short, but we ripped it, so we couldn't get it to seal tight over there. So that's why I've got snow built up in here. It's not really a big deal because it's pretty soft and it's pretty easy to get out of here. It took me about 10 minutes with a shovel, shoveling all that out and throwing it out the door. Over there was like maybe a shovel full of snow. I got a little bit of snow up on top on the loft where the gable end allowed the snow to drift in, but again, not much at all. And it looks like we just got a dusting of snow last night because I had all this scrape clear yesterday. I am going to head up top and I'll bring the cell phone with me on that one and show you what we got tarped off and how we got it tarped off, because it was pretty awesome the way that it worked. And this is the tarp that I used for the floor to, to keep the floor from getting wet. We all know how that worked out, right? Let's just say it worked out much better keeping the snow off of the cabin than it ever did keeping the water off the cabin. But I don't think we have rain to worry about at all again, at least till maybe March or April. It's a pretty view, huh? It's going to be the windows looking out into the forest for as long as I continue to have forest. So this is pretty much everything that came in. Just a dusting right here on the ground, but yeah, I don't know, about an inch or so on top. And it was a good thing that we had half of this tarp, or almost half of the rafters in place, because I think that went a long way to alleviating any issues we could have had. So over here, because I did have the rafters in place, basically I just came in, hit it a couple of times, the snow slid right off the top, but on the bigger ends here, where I had the wider gap, it was okay. It was easy to get the snow off of this side, but this side, a lot of it ended up coming inside, so no big deal. Not the end of the world. Like I said, we're past the rain now, so main concern is getting the rest of these rafters on and getting the OSB on, getting that done, getting that covered with roof underlayment, and then throwing a tarp over it for the rest of the winter. And that will mean no more issues of snow inside the house. So I will have to come back through here and block these sections here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come in here and block these sections completely in here all the way across, but that'll be pretty easy to do because I'll keep the scaffolding now until I'm done using it. So I'll use the scaffolding for finishing the roof, and then I'll use it for finishing the OSB on the outside. Because as tall as that stuff is, it'll be pretty easy to get up there, and probably have Todd come by and give me a hand that day as well. Just because one of us could nail up on the top and one of us could nail down on the bottom, just basically right down, up and down the rows to make sure that everything has a nail in it. Of everything that I did here, that's probably the that's probably the biggest shortcut that I took that I should not have taken. In any future project that I make, when I put the OSB on, I'm putting the OSB on 100%, getting it all nailed off right. I'll do a better job of marking it too. But hey, first time for doing everything right. It's beautiful. And the sunrise is just gorgeous. Even the rooster agrees. So we cut off both of the nailed off parts of the rafter on the bottom because we're a little bit short in the center. We did get some kind of sag. So we measured that out. It was 117, it's supposed to be 117 1/4 inches. So I'm going to jam a 2-guy up in there to raise that roof. And again, these supports are temporary because it's a compression roof. And that will allow those to be free, and hopefully we won't have to knock any of these loose to get this in there. We're kind of going off as we were going down, trying to figure out why, and that's when we found the sag in the middle. Today was a very progressive day. Got a lot of stuff done. Got a lot of rafters hung today, and I'm very, very excited about that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets that have to be done to get me all the way to the end. And then I have 1.5 sets in the middle, and I got to fix one where I have it doubled up to get the entire roof done, rafters. And then it'll be everything I have to do at that point to secure everything, right? I've got to put on the rafter ties and the bottom. I'm going to probably do collar ties while I'm in here, get all that done, just for a little added support so you don't get any of that kick out. And then blocking, and then sheetrock, or not sheetrock, OSB on the outside. And I will have a roof a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I'll grab the cell phone and show you how everything worked out, what we have done already. Like I said, it was a super productive day. But other than that, I'm out of here. I'm Sean in Alaska. We'll see you next week when we pick this project up again in the snow. Oh, it's cold working right now. Cold.